Hello, people. Welcome to today's football prediction on Betkraft. All right, today is another wonderful Sunday morning, the 7th day of July 2024, and as usual, a lot of games going on across the globe. And we made our selections among these games and brought a few of them forward. After making some reviews on these very matches. Today we do not have the European Championship going on today, but we do have club matches for you today, and we do have a number of them. And in a short while, we'll be looking at these games in one after the other, and we'll be taking it one after the other. And I want to ask those of us who are yet to subscribe to kindly take our time to hit the subscription button right now, so that you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will be coming up on this very channel on a daily basis. Right, that being said, let's head to the business of the day. And today we're starting with the very first game for today, and it is in Egyptian League. Where we'll have Egyptian Premier League. Actually, we'll have Baladiat coming up against Al Masry. All right, and as usual, we take a look at how the side have fared in the recent games, and also look at how they compare in the head-to-head proceedings. So and actually how they fared from home and away also is included in our list. So when we look at the home side, Baladiat, they've been able to achieve 2 draws in the past 6 games. They also had 4 losses. And Al Masry, on the other hand, have managed to achieve 4 wins in the past 6. They've also had 1 loss and 1 draw in the past 6 games that they had so far. So when you take a look at the recent encounters, how they fared from home and away perspective, actually, you could see that Baladiat in the past 10 home games have managed 3 wins. They've also had 2 draws, and they've had 5 losses playing from home in the past 10 home games that they had so far. And the away side, Al Masry have been able to achieve 5 wins from the past 10 away games that they had so far. They've been able to achieve 4 draws as well, and also just 1 loss, which came against the National Bank of Egypt, where they lost that by 5 goals to 2 on that occasion. Just 1 loss in the past 10 away games. It goes to show that the away side, is a strong side, doing very well at the moment. We also saw them, defeating Zamalek from away by 2 goals to 0. It's a very big performance for me. And also they won their last 2 away games. And looking at the head-to-head performances for both sides, you can see that Al Masry have been very dominant. I've seen that the last time both teams met saw Al Masry defeating this side by 3 goals to 0, from home. And we do expect them to repeat that very feat in this very occasion, seeing that they've been doing very well of recent. And we do expect to see their away side win or draw, and under 3.5 in this very encounter. That's our verdict. And that takes us to the next game, and it is in Norway, where we'll have KFUM who will be up against Vikings. All right, and we know that the home side have been able to achieve just 1 win in the past 6 encounters. They've also had 2 draws as well as 3 losses. And the away side Vikings have managed to achieve 4 wins from the past 6 encounters, but they've also been able to achieve 1 draw and as well as 1 loss in the past 6 games that they had so far. And taking a look at the recent the head-to-head proceedings for both sides, you can see that the last 2 head-to-head meetings saw KFUM winning 1 and also Vikings winning 1. But taking a look at how they fared from home and away, you could see that the KFUM in the past 10 home games have been able to manage just 2 wins in the past 10 home games. They've also had 3 draws as well as 5 losses in the past 10 home games. And the away side Vikings have been able to achieve 6 wins in the past 10 away games. They've also had 1 draw, and also they've had they also have 2 draws, and also they've had 2 losses in the past 10 away games that they have so far. It goes to show that Vikings are the stronger side, seeing that they are doing very well even from away, and they've been able to win 60% of their away games. So in this very encounter, we give it to Vikings, their away side, to either win or draw, and under 4.5 in this very encounter. Away win or draw plus under 4.5. That's our verdict. And that takes us to the next game, and the next game that we have for you is also in Norway, where we'll have Molde who will be up against Lille. All right, Molde have been able to achieve 3 wins in the past 6 encounters, but they have also had 2 draws and 1 loss. And the away side Lille have managed 4 wins as well as 2 losses in the past 6 encounters. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side Molde have been able to achieve 6 wins from home. They've also had 2 losses as well as 2 draws. And the away side, Lille have managed 8 wins in the past 10 away games. They've also had 2 losses. And also what you have mentioned is the fact that for the home side, 8 times out of 10 home games that they played so far have actually seen a scoreline that is over 2.5. And away side, Lille have always been scoring. Also have had a very similar outcome, seeing that 7 times out of the past 10 away games they have produced a scoreline that is actually over 2.5. So in this very encounter, we go with goals verdict, seeing that also the last 2 times both teams met saw them playing out a scoreline that is also over 2.5. So we do expect a minimum of 3 goals in this one, over 2.5. That's our verdict for that very game. And that takes us to the next, and the next game that we have for you is in Sweden first division, where we have AIK who will be lining up against Kallen. AIK have been able to achieve 1 win in the past 6 encounters. They've lost 5 games. And we side Kallen have won 2 games, but they've lost 4 games in the past 6 encounters. And when you take a look at how both sides have fared, from home and away perspective, you could see that AIK, the home side, have been able to achieve 6 wins in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 10 home games that they had so far. And away side Kallen have managed just 3 wins from away. They've also had 1 draw from away, and have lost 6 games playing from away. Alright, we saw them losing out to Malmo by 5 goals to nil in the last away game that they played out last 2 months. So we do expect the home side being very dominant in this one. And also taking a look at the head-to-head encounters, the last 3 times both teams have met, have always produced the same scoreline, 1-1 on those 3 occasions, 1-1 draw. So we do expect the home side, AIK, to either win or draw in under 3.5 in this very encounter. That's our verdict. And that takes us to the next, and the next for the day is also in Sweden first division, where we have GAIS will be up against Hammarby. Alright, the home side have been able to achieve 3 wins, 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 6. And away side, on the other hand, Hammarby have won 3 games in the past 6. They've also had 1 draw as well as 2 losses in the past 6 encounters that they had so far. So when you take a look at the recent games and how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side have been able to achieve 7 wins in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss in there. Hammarby, on the other hand, have managed just 2 wins from away, and they've had 2 draws as well as 6 losses from away. It also shows that the home side is much more fancied, seeing that they've been able to achieve a 70% victory in the past 10 home games. Alright, it goes to show that they're doing very well at the moment, and also we do expect the home side, who has been doing very well, to rise to the occasion in this one and win or draw in this very game. So it is home win or draw and under 4.5. That's our verdict for this very one. Home win or draw and under 4.5. That's our verdict. And that takes us to the next game for the day, and which happened to be in China. Alright, Chinese league, where we have Belgium Guan, who will be up against Wuhan Trade Lions. And we see that Belgium Lihan in the past 6 games have been able to manage just 4 wins. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. And the away side have managed just 1 win, and they've had 5 losses in the past 6 encounters. And looking at how they fared from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side, Belgium Guan, have managed to achieve 6 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 losses as well as 2 draws in the past 10 home games. And the away side, Wuhan Trade Lions, have been able to manage just 3 wins from away, and they've had 1 draw as well as 6 home losses from the past 10 away games that they have so far. So it goes to show that it is the home side that will be banking on to rise to the occasion and take the spoils in this very one. It is home win outrightly. That's our verdict for this very encounter. And that takes us to the next game for the day, and it is in Japanese league, where we'll have Japanese second division, where we'll have Ohime, who will be up against the Spakuksa2 Buma. Alright, pardon me about the name right there. And when you look at for the home side, when their performance in the past 6, you can see that they've been able to win 4 games in the past 6 encounters, but they've also lost 2 on the in the past 6. But the away side, Gunma have managed to achieve 3 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 6 encounters. And when you take a look at the performances from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side, the Hime, have managed to achieve 4 wins in the past 10 home games. They've also had 3 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 10 home games that they had so far. And when you take a look at their away side have managed just 1 win, Dunma, and they've had 3 draws as well as 6 losses in the past 10 away games that they had so far. It goes to show that it is a home side that is slightly better in this one. And the last time both teams met, saw Hime defeating this side even from away. That was March this year, but defeating this side by 1-0 from away. So we do expect the home side to do better in this very one and achieve a result in this very game. It is the home side to win or draw plus under 3.5. That's our value for that very encounter. And that brings our prediction for you today on Betkraft to a conclusion. Alright, I wish you the very best of luck, and also our millionaires game will be on display in a short while. And like I always say, let's always try to play this game once in a week to see how it goes. Alright, try it out and see how it goes. Alright, tomorrow is another day and we'll be coming up with our predictions definitely. And until then, keep winning.